Hi beautiful souls, welcome back, or if you're new to the channel, welcome in. My name is Cade, and today I am back with another pick a card reading. I'm super excited about today's reading because it's a very positive reading. It's a very fun reading. I kind of set the intention for this reading to be very positive, uplifting, kind of just a lighter energy, kind of a more go with the flow kind of reading. We're going to be seeing what good news is coming your way. So my intention for this reading is to make you feel better and uplifted when you leave. That is always my intention, but sometimes I do know Spirit can really dive into the shadow aspect of things, but I'm hoping this reading can kind of focus more on the lighter things of life, the lighter aspects of life, okay? And not so much on the shadow aspect, okay? So, what good news is coming your way is going to be the intention that we set for today's reading. We will, of course, see what comes through. You guys know me, I kind of just leave the messages open to Spirit and whatever you need to hear. So we're going to start with pile. I don't know why I'm jumping right into that. Before I get started, I do want to mention my Instagram and TikTok are going to be linked down below. They are at Cade Conrad if you guys want to check them out. And I also have my spiritual shop linked down below as well. Before we get started, Spirit is telling me you need to make sure that you ground yourself. You need to ground your energy is what I'm hearing for the collective. So go outside, walk in the grass, imagine roots growing out of your feet. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Make sure you're really calm, cool, and collective when you pick your pile, just so you know that you're choosing the right one that resonates with you and your energy. So we're going to get started. So this is pile 1. This is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. I'm now going to show you what crystal is on each pile. So pile number 1 has the beautiful tiger's eye. Okay, pile number 2 has the pink tourmaline tumbled stone. So this is pile number 2. Pile number 3 is the labradorite. This is pile 3. And pile number 4 is the malachite. So this is going to be pile number 4, the malachite. And guys, if you do want to check out any of these crystals, I do have my shop link down below. So now what you can do is take a moment to pause the video, take as much time as you need to just choose the pile that resonates with you the most. We're going to go ahead and jump into pile number 1, and I will see the rest of you beautiful souls at your pile. Hi beautiful souls that chose pile 1, or if you chose the tiger's eye crystal, welcome in. Today, I'm super excited about today's reading because my intention is for it to be very lighthearted, focus on the more lighter aspects of your life. We're going to be seeing what good news is coming your way. I did already pre-shuffle some oracle cards, but we're not going to start with those. We're actually going to start with tarot, and then we'll kind of use the oracle cards as a way to get some advice for you. But this reading is all about the oracle cards are very important, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. The oracle cards are very important. Okay, well, Spirit is actually telling me to do the oracle first, so that's what we're going to do because I'm hearing these are very important. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm also hearing the medicine cabinet, so I'm not sure why I'm hearing the medicine cabinet. I don't know. I'm just going to say what I hear /feel/see. So what good news is coming your way? We'll start with this one. So we have employment change. So this card could be quite literal. You literally could be having an employment change or some sort of change in direction is what I'm also picking up from this card, a sudden change in direction. But this change could actually be intentional because with the imagery on this card, this person is dreaming about this employment change. So this could actually be something that you have been thinking about doing for a very long time. I'm hearing coronavirus. Shit is getting real. Shit is getting real. I'm hearing that Cardi B song that she did. I don't think it was really a song, but you may have had like to put something on hold when the pandemic began, or you may have had to put your life on hold in some way, shape, or form. And now that the world is opening back up a little bit, or will be in the next couple of months or the next year or whatever, you may be thinking about reigniting some sort of old flame. I'm also hearing old habits die hard. So maybe some of you are getting rid of some of your old habits so that you can move your life in a better direction, okay? It almost feels as if you guys are starting with a clean slate. You really want to start something new, or you want to make some sort of big change in your life, and I feel like that change is coming. This is a very positive change, and I want to say that you may be starting something that you've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. Like you've been putting this dream on hold, you've been sweeping it away for quite some time, and now you're like, you know what? I'm finally ready to do this, okay? Go after your dreams is what I'm hearing your spirit guides say. So I'm going to read this card actually. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. So big ideas is what I'm hearing. So I honestly feel like this employment change or this new career could really be supporting your life purpose, or maybe it's just something that you're very, very passionate about. But I feel like it's a very important change in your life. It's a very positive change, and I feel like it's been something that you wanted to do for quite some time. So we also have ascending the mountain, keep going forward. I just heard the lyric, I don't know where I'm going, but I know it's going to be along. It's almost like a feeling of like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm trusting my path, if that makes sense. So you're moving forward. You don't see the end result of whatever you're doing. You don't necessarily see the outcome of what you're doing, but you're trusting that you're going to be led in the direction that you're supposed to go, if that makes sense. And so I feel like with this big change coming up in your life, it almost feels intentional. Like I feel like you're making an intentional change in your life. It feels very positive, but it requires you to have a lot of trust in yourself and a lot of trust within spirit, because oftentimes when we start something new, we don't always see the end result. I'm hearing like you kind of have to pick things up and leave, or you have to like do something very quick. You kind of have to change your life very quick, but it feels like you're just trusting that this is the right decision. Even though you can't see the big picture, you're trusting that spirit is going to lead you each step of the way. And I feel like for those of you that know what this change is, you have to know that you are being supported. And for some of you, help is on the way. So you're going to receive guidance from maybe other people. You're going to receive guidance from spirit. Some of you are actually receiving guidance through your dreams. So definitely pay attention to that. A lonely person is what I'm hearing. Some of you maybe feel a little bit alone right now, but it's just spirit is saying trusting that you're on the right path. The reason I feel like some of you are on this path where you're going alone is because you're the only one trusting your intuition. You're the only one trusting your guidance. You're the only one trusting the epiphanies that you get. You're the only one trusting the visions that you receive in your dreams. So let's see, we also have creation, definitely picking up that energy. You guys are about to create something very new, okay, in your life. It says, remember your thoughts, shape your future, your words create your day. So you guys are making a change so that you can create something new for yourself, okay? For some of you, this is a new job. That's what I'm kind of getting or receiving from spirit. For others of you, this is some sort of creative endeavor that you're about to take part in. And for others of you, it's some sort of like self-employment is kind of what I'm getting as well. We also have kindness here. This says, live with compassion, open your heart to all life forms, be an angel with hands. Some of you, this is the work you're doing. Spirit just told me. This is the work you're doing. So for some of you, it's some sort of spiritual work where you're actually helping people along their path, okay? You're becoming a guide. Spirit is saying you're kind of like becoming a spirit guide to other people. Like that's kind of the way that they're doing it. obviously you're not a spirit guide, but they're using that as an example to say like you're becoming kind of like a person who channels through spirit or who leads people towards their divine life purpose. So you can't keep second guessing yourself. You can't keep having doubts. You know what to do, Spirit is saying. And you just kind of need to keep pushing through and keep creating and keep doing your thing, because I think it's going to lead to some very positive changes. So if you're working on something and you feel like this thing is about to create something very new, a web of thoughts is what I'm hearing, a web of thoughts. I'm hearing a web of thoughts. So maybe you guys have a very like, I feel like your thought process on things is very imaginative. You guys really have a strong imagination. Keep using it. It's like whatever you're imagining in your vision, whatever you're imagining can be created. You're creating your life with your thoughts, okay? I'm hearing the name Abby. Abby is what I'm hearing. That may resonate for some of you. You're creating your life with your thoughts, okay? And I feel like this card is an energy of I know exactly where I'm going. So you may get some sort of clarity as well. That may be something that you receive coming up soon if you've been wanting to make a change in terms of your career. You may receive some sort of answers around that, or some sort of clarity around what you can do to kind of speed up the process. Okay, so Spirit, we are going to dive into tarot. I want to straighten out these cards, but that was like really positive, because I want to say that this is a career change that you've been wanting to do for a long time. It is requiring you to have a lot of courage, though, is what I'm getting. It's something that may be a little bit fearful. It is kind of what I'm getting. It kind of requires you to trust your intuition, or it requires you not to doubt yourself, is what I'm hearing. You can't keep having these doubts about yourself. Maybe some of you are doubting if like you're good enough for this career, or you're good enough to give guidance to people, but like Spirit just wants you to know like you are absolutely good enough to do whatever you set your mind to. So we're gonna get some tarot. Spirit, what good news is coming pile one's way? I hope these are like, okay, yeah, straight. Okay, so, and you know, Spirit is wanting me to point out the crystal that you guys got. You did get Tiger's Eye, which to me is a very like passionate crystal. I guess you would say it's a very fiery crystal in my opinion, and kind of it helps us take inspired action, and that's what you guys kind of feel like you're doing. You're taking inspired action. You have a dream, and now it's time to kind of create it and go after it, okay? We're gonna get more info with the tarot. So many cards I feel like want to fall out. Let's see. Spirit, pile one. What good news is coming their way? Pile one. So guys, we have the World card here. So what I want to say is Spirit just showed me the vision of someone packing up their desk. The World card is a sense of I'm moving to the next phase of my life. You're ending one phase so that you can begin another phase, okay? And I do want to also mention, guys, the World can talk about public recognition, or people needing you to shine your light. So if you have something to share with the world, this could also be saying that you're about to do that very soon. You may be sharing your voice. You may be, you know, filming yourself on camera and sharing that part of you. You may be writing something and sharing that with the world. But, you know, the world can talk about people needing to notice your gifts and your talents as well. Let's see. What good news is coming pile one's way? What good news is coming? We have the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of fear around this. There's a lot of fear around you showing yourself to the world, or it's fear that has no weight is what I'm hearing. There's no reason for you to be afraid. I think whatever this is, you're absolutely spectacular at it, Spirit is saying. Okay, you have a gift, okay, within you. It's something that you were born with. It's something that you were destined to do is what Spirit is saying. It's almost this feeling of you know your destiny, okay? You know where you need to travel next. And I think sometimes that fear gets in the way, you know, that little voice, that loud voice in our head that says, you're not good enough, you can't do it, You shouldn't continue that very, very loud voice, but there's this smaller voice. There's this intuitive voice in your head saying, this is what my path is. This is what I've always dreamed of. These are my dreams. This is what I want to create for my life. And Spirit just wants you to know that whatever your vision is, whatever you want to create in your life, pile one, is completely possible. The only person limiting yourself would be you, Spirit is saying. And that's with this 9 of Swords. You're the only person who can doubt yourself. You're the only person who can second guess yourself. And ultimately, you're the only person that can hold yourself back from what you truly know deep down inside you're destined to do. Okay? Your experiences have shaped your future, is what I'm hearing. So some of you have been through a very tough time, okay? But these experiences that you have been through are almost going to be a guiding light for other people, okay? Your experiences are going to become a survival guide for the collective. That's what I'm getting for some of you. So what good news is coming pile one's way? Let's see what else we have. What good news? Okay, we're going to take both of those. Okay, it's not as hard as it seems, Spirit is saying with the 10 of Wands in the reverse. I think you're making something more difficult. A lot of you, whatever this is, it could be something that comes very natural to you. So there's no need to like force anything is what I'm hearing. I'm getting whatever this is, it's very natural. And it's going to be created very natural. The 10 of Wands also suggests that you need to trust in divine timing, and you need to understand that everything is going to show up in your life exactly when it needs to. We have the 8 of Wands reverse. I feel like the 8 of Wands reverse says there's no need to rush anything. You're going to reach your achievement. You're going to reach your goals. You're going to reach the end goal exactly when you need to. It's kind of time to settle into the present moment and take one step at a time. Your thoughts create your future, one thought at a time, okay? One achievement at a time. You're channeling source is what I'm hearing. Some of you are literally channeling spirit, but you're second guessing whether that information is accurate. Is this information true? Am I just feeding people bullshit, or do I actually have a gift and a talent? And what this reading is saying is you have a gift, okay? You're very gifted at what you do. You have this ability, but sometimes you second guess whatever this ability is, which is perfectly normal, guys. Usually people with, these talents and abilities usually do that. But Spirit is saying it's one thing to have doubt. It's one thing to have fear. You can fear, you can doubt, you can worry, but it's if you listen to it, that's when it hinders you. So this reading is also about hearing your doubt, hearing your fear, but not listening to it. Okay? I'm also hearing a global pandemic. I want to say that this pandemic may have really affected you guys. I want to say that some of you maybe lost your job to this pandemic, or something kind of slowed down through this pandemic. But I also want to say that maybe some of you during the pandemic were able to awaken to your truest abilities, okay? And were able to awaken to who you truly were. This world card tells me there's so much success coming your way, or there's so much public recognition, or so much achievement that you are about to receive. The only thing that I'm getting is you guys needing to believe that you deserve this, okay? Some of you feel like you don't deserve public recognition deep down, or you feel like you're not good enough for people to recognize you on a public platform, or you feel like you're not good enough to receive whatever this achievement is. Some of you have always felt like you have to work hard for your money, okay, or you have to work really, really hard to get recognized. But whatever this thing is that you're doing in your life, or whatever you're about to do, whatever change you're about to make, it feels like it's something very naturally. Naturally, what am I saying? It feels like it's something that comes to you very naturally. It feels like it's something that is kind of easy to you for some of you. Or if not easy, it's just something that lights you up. It's something that inspires you. And I feel like for some of you, you have a belief that I can't make money from something that is inspiring, or I can't make money from something that lights me up, or I can't make money from something that comes easy to me. And what Spirit is saying is you can, okay, and you will, okay? I feel like you guys with this creation card are understanding that your thoughts create your reality. Use that to your advantage, okay? I almost want to say that you need to point your thoughts in a new direction with the Nine of Swords. You need to think about the best case scenario, okay? What's the best thing that could happen? What's the greatest achievement that you could get to in your life instead of the worst? You know what I'm saying? I hope that made sense. So, is there anything else, Spirit, for pile number 1 about good news coming your way? You have what it takes to be the best. Is what I'm hearing. You have what it takes to be the greatest. Honestly, look at that. 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I feel like some of you maybe also compare yourself just a little bit. Can I do what they do? But no, you're going to do what you do, okay? It's great that everyone else is doing different things out there, but there's something that's unique about you. There's something that's unique about your own talents, okay? Trust yourself, trust your talents, trust what you're capable of doing, okay? And understand that everything is going to show up exactly when it needs to show up. So, do we need any more tarot, Spirit? I'm hearing the song All Too Well by Taylor Swift for some reason. I think a lot of times you maybe doubt yourself a little bit, or other people doubt you. But just because you doubt doesn't mean you can't succeed. It's about listening to the doubt. You hear the doubt, but no, it's about hearing the doubt, but not listening to it. You have a choice. We have the Knight of Swords reverse. You're almost slowing yourself down a little bit. We have the 3 of Cups branching off. You're branching off is what I'm hearing. Maybe some of you are moving away from home. You're becoming your own boss, or you're just becoming more stable within yourself. I think you're about to embark on this new adventure where you kind of do things on your own. This Emperor is someone who is very in charge of their life. They're a very action-oriented person, and they're someone who is very stable. They're very stable financially. They're very stable in their career field, and this energy could talk about leaving behind people. This energy could talk about leaving behind certain friends so that you can do something more creative, okay, or more something more inviting. Spirit is saying it's almost as if there's this path and it just keeps calling your name, and I think you're about to actually leap forward and take this path or take this route. I feel like with the Knight of Swords reverse, you've slowed yourself down for quite some time because you've believed that you weren't good enough to do it, or that it wasn't the right time. But I think there's this inner awakening, and you're finally about to start something or take action on something that you've been wanting to do for quite some time. Okay, pile 1. So what good news is coming your way is this sense of worth coming within you, this sense of like an epiphany where you're like, no, you know what? I finally need to do this thing that I've always wanted to do. Okay, pile 1. So let me know if this resonated. I love you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile number 2. We are going to get started with your reading. We're going to be seeing what good news is coming your way. Okay, so this is going to be focusing on the lighter aspects of things. I'm setting a very positive intention for this reading. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, let's just stop talking and go ahead and dive in. You guys have been feeling a little bit lazy lately is what I'm hearing. Maybe a little bit like stagnant, but this reading is really going to help you get back up and get moving again is what I'm hearing Spirit say. So we'll see what comes up. We have pink tourmaline as your crystal. If you guys want to check that out on my shop, it's going to be down below. We're going to start with Oracle. Okay. Let's get started with these first. Block out distractions. Okay, so maybe you guys have been feeling a little bit distracted lately, but I think you're getting the gift of clarity. These distractions are being removed out of your life so that you can focus on your priorities, or so that you can focus on what you need to get done. Some of you feel like you're lacking a little bit of meaning in your life right now. And I think some of you are going to be discovering soul purpose. You're actually going to be receiving guidance about what you're meant to do in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be soul purpose. Like, it can just be more like maybe you receive some guidance on like what career path you need to take, or maybe you receive some guidance on like you need to go back to school, or what degree do I get, or maybe some sort of course online. Maybe you get like a certificate or something of that manner, okay? So your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. And what I want to say is maybe some of you don't know what that is yet. If you don't know what that is, then we'll keep tuning in. But some of you maybe do know what you're meant to do, but you feel like other priorities are taking up your time. So some of you have like family priorities, maybe you have kids, you're experiencing a lot of financial trouble is what I'm hearing for some of you. And so it's hard to focus your energy when there's so many diversions, is what Spirit's saying. There's so many different things going on. Let's get another card. We have do the work. Okay, so something needs your attention right now. I'm not sure what this is, because this card says it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So this is about needing to focus on priorities. This is about needing to focus on priorities. Something needs your attention. Something needs, it's like growth will occur when you take inspired action. It's almost like you need consistent action to make something work for you, or to make something grow for you. It's almost like you need to get started on something. You need to start working on something. If you've had some sort of a plan, an idea, this is like that sign from Spirit saying get to work, because I think the good news is, with your attention and with the work that you put into whatever this is, you will see growth and you will see payoff. But Spirit is mentioning it's like it does require your focus, if that makes sense. So let's see, we also have passion and pleasure, savor your life. Spirit is saying you've been doing a little bit too much of this lately, okay? I think some of you are maybe distracted by the pleasures of life, by drinking, or, just indulging in activities that maybe Spirit is saying you shouldn't be indulging in. I don't know who needs to hear that. That's not going to be for all of you. It's not taking the fun out of things, but it's also understanding that there needs to be a balance. I think this reading is all about balance, okay? And needing to understand that you can't get things done if you're not focused on getting them done, if that makes sense. Like, things are not going to get done themselves, okay? We have clear the air, distant thunder. Some of you also, I'm getting a whole nother message with this. You want to reach out to someone, okay? There's someone that you are currently in some sort of a fight with, or I don't even want to say fight. Maybe you're just not on speaking terms, or there's just a lack of clarity around the entire situation. And there's a desire to want to get more clarity with whoever this person is. But at the same time, it may require you to like do a little bit of digging or do a little bit of spying. I don't want to say spying, but like get more information. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might need to be the one to reach out, because like if you want clarity, you might have to go get your clarity. It's like, it's not up to everyone else to give you what you're looking for, if that makes sense. Like, I think some of you want clarity around a certain relationship in your life, and what are they needing to do, Spirit, around this relationship? Yeah, I think it goes back to this. It's like, if you want clarity, reach out to the person. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of you have been living maybe in this little bubble where you've kind of just been in your own headspace, kind of thinking about things, but not doing them, if that makes sense. So we also have power. Call back your power. Some of you are feeling powerless lately, or like you don't have control over your life. And I almost want to say you're sitting at the sidelines of your own life. You need to understand in pile 2 that you are the creator of your own destiny. The power lies within you, as long as you don't give it away. Some of you are either giving your power away to your thoughts, to your doubts, or you're giving it away to other people. Okay, some of you are letting other people dictate your life. You're letting other things dictate your life. You have something that you truly want to do, but you're giving your power away, so you feel out of control. And I think tarot will give us a little bit more guidance. You have to do the work. Spirit is saying this is very important. You have to do the work. Well, I'm sad, Cade. Well, you have to do the work to get out of that, okay? And find the passion and pleasure of life again. Maybe you've lost excitement. You haven't been doing the work lately. Spirit is saying some of you are actually falling back into old habits. Spirit is saying, so old habits die hard is what I'm hearing. I heard that in pile 1 as well, so it must be a general collective theme. I think things are getting a little bit tough for some of you lately, or you want to embark on this new adventure, or you want to go in a new direction, but it's scary. Like there's this thunder here and you're not sure how you're going to get through it. And you're kind of trying to find the essence of life again. You're I can't speak, okay? I'm trying to channel the messages. You're trying to find I'm hearing blue kyanite. I have some of that right here. Some of you need some blue kyanite, or you need to connect to your third eye. You're almost out of touch with what your guides are telling you to do, okay? Your guides are telling you to do something and you need to follow this direction, okay? I think with block out distractions, this could be substance that is almost not allowing you to tune into your intuition. This reading could be saying you need to meditate. We also have rebirth. Okay, so I want to say with rebirth, you guys are probably going through some sort of transformational period right now, which is kind of maybe a little bit confusing. Spirit is saying that you're awakening to your truest abilities. You're awakening to a new part of yourself, but you've never seen this part of yourself, which is why you're a little bit scared of it. There's this part of yourself that you're awakening to. I think it's the powerful part of yourself. Okay, you're recognizing your power for some of you, or you're going to be recognizing your strength. And sometimes when we recognize how in control we are of our life, when we recognize how powerful we are, sometimes it can be a little bit scary. You're doing very mundane things for some of you, or you're doing things that are very what am I wanting to say? Some of you are scared to face the fact that you could do more with your life, or you're scared to face the fact that you're more powerful, more confident, and more courageous than you've given yourself credit for in the past. I almost want to say you guys have written yourself off, if that makes sense. You've just told yourself, I'm just regular, I'm just regular. I'm going to live just this regular life. But you're awakening to this part of you that is so much more. And I think you need to follow the trail. It's Spirit is leaving this trail of candy, and it's you need to follow it because there's something more for you out there. But I don't think you ever saw that possibility in your life, okay? There's some form of acceptance that you guys have done in your life, where you just kind of accepted things for what they were. But yeah, Four of Cups reverse. You're rethinking things in your life. Is this what I truly want to do? Is there more out there for me? There's something about there being more out there for you, okay? I'm going to kind of place these on top of the oracle cards, but there's opportunities that are calling your name, and Spirit does not want you to miss out on them, okay? Pile 2. What is pile 2? 7 of Swords. Guys, you guys are honestly, what I want to say for you, pile 3, not pile 3, I'm just mixing up all the piles. Pile 2, there's some sort of truth coming to the surface within you. You're discovering more of who you are. I don't think you even realized you were living unauthentically. Okay, but you're starting to realize that you're more than what you ever gave yourself credit for. You're seeing more of yourself than you've ever seen before. I want to say for some of you, maybe you're just experiencing emotions that you've never experienced before, or just maybe you're experiencing feelings that you've just never had before. And it's all so eye-opening. Spirit is saying it's all so eye-opening. We have the Empress. You deserve more than what you give yourself credit for. You're meant to be and live an abundant life. Like, you're meant to be abundant and you're meant to live an abundant life, but I don't know if you've ever opened that up for yourself, if that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. It's like you guys are receiving information that is showing you that you can be more than what you already are, that you can create more than what you already have. But I don't know if you guys ever opened up that much to receiving. It's like you're opening up to receiving more, if that makes sense. Like, you're opening up to receiving more abundance. You're opening up to receiving more opportunity. Instead of settling, it's almost like you're shifting your perception, where you're opening up to more showing up in your life, the possibility of more. Okay, let's see. And my tears, why don't you care? I gave my all. Okay, so I'm hearing the song I Have Questions by Camila Cabello. 5 of Cups reverse. I do want to say that there has been some sort of relationship in your life, especially with the 4 of Wands reverse, that is kind of broken apart. Someone may have lied to you or deceived you or challenged you in some way. It's almost like you were forced to look at yourself differently, because I think someone disappointed you, or someone like disrupted something, like someone in your life, like a relationship, like they did something that you never thought they were gonna do. And it's almost kind of triggering this awakening within you, is kind of what I'm wanting to say. It's triggering you to recognize that maybe I'm more than just partying, or maybe I'm more than just like drinking, or maybe I'm more than just, sitting around doing nothing. Like, maybe I am powerful, or maybe I do have more to offer the world. It's almost like this disappointment has triggered you to see yourself in a different way, if that makes sense. Pile 2. You're almost seeing yourself at 7 of Coins. You're thinking more about long term. You're thinking more about your future. I want to say for you, Pile 2, you may have kind of been that person that didn't worry too much about the future. You know, I'm getting with this card right here, you just kind of lived in the moment, which was fine. But now it's like you're starting to understand, like, my future is important and what I want to do with my life is important. And it's like you're almost about to start planting seeds that are going to be for the long term. You know what I'm saying? And I think for some of you, you thought that this person, if you don't have a person in your life that did this, then disregard this message. But I think there was a person that you thought was going to be long term, you know? But they left, and now you're trying to figure out what long-term looks like for you, and you individually, and you as an individual. What is long-term without this other person? You know, King of Swords in the reverse. Trying to regain the inner clarity, the inner strength to start making the decisions that you want to make for your life. Okay, the buddy system is what I'm hearing. You guys have often lived on a buddy system. You've had other people around you, which made you feel more comfortable about what you were doing. But now that some of these people are gone, you feel like there's something more important that you're being called to do. We also have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. You're lacking some sort of clarity on how to move forward. And I think the good news coming your way is you're going to gain some sort of clarity on what to do next, okay? I think you guys are worried for no reason, okay? I think you could be in a little bit of a dark spot right now because of whatever happened with this other person, or maybe you're just in a dark spot because you're worried about your future, or you're worried about what's next for you, and you're not sure what that looks like. But I think you're going to be gaining a lot of clarity on what the long term is going to look like for you. So be open to that information. Some of you are maybe going to be gaining clarity on a long-term job. You're going to be gaining clarity on like maybe a long-term living situation, something like that. It feels like a lot of long-term energy here. So if you've kind of just been living your life day to day, this is kind of shifting, saying that you're going to be focusing more on like the next year or the next couple of months, and what that's going to look like for you. And you guys are having trouble navigating some sort of emotion. With the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Swords reverse, you're having trouble navigating how you feel, okay? And I think this may be concerning you a little bit because maybe you've never felt this way and it's just kind of troubling. And with the 7 of Swords, some of you may be trying to like hide these feelings or hide the way you feel from other people. And so I also want to say reach out for support if you want to share how you feel with someone else. I think they would definitely be open to listening and hearing that. Is there anything else, Spirit, for pile 2? I don't think there's anything else, guys. I hope this resonated. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I had a really great time dissecting this reading and tuning into what you need to know and hear about what good news is on the way. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile 3, or if you chose the labradorite raw crystal, welcome. So we're going to be seeing what good news is coming your way. So this reading is going to be more focused on the positive aspects of life. I hope. I never know what Spirit's going to bring through, but that was my intention, is to focus on the light aspects of life. So let's go ahead and get started. I do want to say, guys, before we get started, labradorite is a very spiritual stone when it comes to connecting with your psychic abilities. So some of you may be actually opening up to your psychic abilities is what I want to say, or that is going to be coming through very soon. It's almost like some of you feel like you haven't been able to clearly channel messages lately, or you feel like you haven't been able to speak with Spirit. If that's been the case, that's going to be ending soon. You're going to be feeling reconnected to Spirit. You're going to be feeling reconnected. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that. If you've been feeling a little disconnected, you're going to be feeling very reconnected very soon. Okay, so we got a lot of cards for this pile. We're going to start with this one. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Okay, so that could be around the communication with Spirit. If you feel like communication with Spirit has been blocked in any way, shape, or form, those blocks are going to be lifted. You almost haven't been able to communicate clearly is what I'm hearing for some of you. So I don't know if this is talking about communication with Spirit or just communicating in general. Maybe you just feel like you can't say what you have to say. I'm hearing the song, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Okay, so some of you need to speak up for yourself is what I'm also getting. The gift of truth, needing to tell people the truth, needing to tell people how you feel, needing to tell the world how you feel, needing to tell the world what your thoughts are, that kind of thing. I feel like you guys also are getting praised by Spirit. They are so proud of you because you have been putting in so much work, so much effort, and that will be paying off soon, okay? So your hard work is going to be paying off, okay? Your abundance will flow into your life exactly when it needs to flow in because the universe sees what you're doing. Some of you feel like you're missing out on something, but I promise you, your time will come. I think you're seeing other people's time come up, other people's success, but yours is coming, okay? It's just not going to happen at the same time as everyone else. Let's see, let's do these cards. We also have Watching Clouds Lie Back. Yeah, there's no need to force anything to happen. I'm getting that everything is going to happen very naturally for you. It's almost as if you guys are putting in so much effort and so much hard work. This is all going to pay off and you're finally going to have a chance to kind of reap the rewards. Spirit is saying coming up here very soon is you're finally going to have a breakthrough. Okay, so if you've been putting this continuous effort in, it's finally going to happen for you. You're finally going to have that breakthrough moment where things finally start to grow and you kind of are going to be able to just sit back and watch the hard work you've done just grow into something really, really beautiful. Okay, we also have Crossing Bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, releasing. You guys have been doing a lot of that is what I'm seeing in this reading. You guys have been heavily focused on your spiritual journey. You've been very focused as well on connecting with Spirit is what I'm getting. This message does not apply to you, disregard. Some of you, I want to tell you, you are mediums or you are meant to connect with loved ones who have passed away. So be open to that. I want to say that your spiritual gifts are about to come in full force, okay? And you're honestly going to be able, for some of you, to do this as a career. You're actually going to be able to give messages to people full time as your job. Some of you already do that. I want to say too, you're about to have a breakthrough. Okay, you are about to have a breakthrough. Whether this is a breakthrough with like a business that you've been working on, or some sort of continuous effort has been put into a certain aspect of your life. It could be your healing journey, like you've been working hard to work through your demons, your fears, the darkness, and that is going to finally pay off, where you finally are able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I would say for you, pile 3, the good news coming your way is like a sigh of relief. Like you're finally going to be able to feel like you can take a deep breath and like your hard work meant something. Like, okay, all of that work I did had meaning. It meant something, if that makes sense. Like I didn't do all of this hard work for nothing. Like it finally paid off in some aspect of my life. We have destiny. That's beautiful. Destiny. This says acknowledge your mission. So some of you maybe are in alignment with your purpose, or you're going to be coming in alignment with your purpose. And some of you, this purpose involves using your spiritual gifts. I also want to say with destiny, some of you have already been sharing yourself to the world, or some of you have already been on your path to destiny. Some of you have already been shining your light, and maybe you feel like you haven't been noticed for this. And Spirit is saying you're finally going to be noticed for your efforts of showing up and shining your light. We have Metamorphosis, trust the process. Wow, that's a beautiful card, because this card says I'm putting in work. I don't see the end result, but I trust that the end result will be absolutely perfect. Is kind of what I'm getting here. We also have Sanctuary, embrace the need for solitude. Okay, so you guys also may be getting the gift of alone time, but you're also just getting the gift of forging a path for yourself and following this path, okay? Destiny is all about following your path, trusting your path, and trusting the changes that show up. I think you guys have been through a lot of change, but you're trusting that this change is for your highest good. I think a lot of changes have occurred in your life, but you're trusting that these changes are all for your highest and holiest good. I feel like you guys have really mastered perspective, and you guys are seeing the world in a different light, okay? You're seeing your failures as a way to grow, if that makes sense. You're seeing everything as a way to move your life forward in a positive direction. And what I want to say is, with this Watching Clouds card, while everyone else has been playing around, you guys have been super focused. Okay, you've been focused on healing yourself. You've been focused on releasing the past. You've been focused on releasing things that no longer serve you. And a lot of you have probably been very alone, or in a very hermity type of energy. You're in like this hermit mode. You haven't been seeing people lately, which I think is a good thing. And all of that alone time that you've been doing, and all of that alone time that you've been spending with yourself, is finally going to pay off. You've had to recharge your batteries, is what I'm hearing, okay? You're recharging your batteries, Spirit is saying. So let's see. What do you need to know, pile 3? What good news is coming your way? What good news is coming your way? I want to say that you're on the right path, okay? So trust your path and keep moving forward with whatever you're currently doing, because it feels very aligned with you. It feels very, very aligned with you. So let's get some energy for pile 3, Spirit. What good news is coming their way? What good news is coming pile 3's way? What good news is coming pile 3's way? We have the Knight of Swords, so some information is going to be coming in very fast. This growth that is about to occur in your life may be coming very, very fast. We have the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse, which tells me that you feel like life has not been in your favor. You feel like things are not spinning the way that you want them to spin, or you feel like things are not moving in the direction that you want them to move, but it's almost like suddenly everything is going to start moving forward. So it's almost like this elongated period where you've kind of just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and putting an effort and waiting some more and more. And then it's like the Knight of Swords is that breakthrough. It's something that happens just suddenly in the snap of a finger, okay? The Wheel of Fortune says you're on the right path, but you don't feel like it sometimes because you're looking for evidence, pile 3. You're looking for the evidence that, yes, I'm on the right path. And Spirit is saying this reading is your evidence, okay? Even though you may have not received all the results that you wanted to receive, you're still on the right path, okay? Let's see. What does pile 3? What good news is coming pile 3's way? Okay, we'll take those 2 cards because okay, 8 of coins. You've been on a journey of self-discovery, pile 3, and you've also just been mastering a particular skill, okay, of some sort. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know how much more beautiful this reading can get. I'm going to explain this card in the best way possible. The Queen of Coins is a card of stability. It's a card of achievement. It's a card of feeling like your hard work paid off. The 8 of Coins, hard work paying off. You being able to support yourself financially. You also may be buying a new home soon or renting a new home or moving very soon because of this financial increase. There is a financial increase coming. You're putting a down payment down. I don't know what that is, who that is for, but you may be putting some sort of payment down for something new, maybe getting a new car or something like that, because all of this abundance is going to be showing up in your life very fast, okay? And with lie back, rest, and relax, that kind of plays into this Queen of Coins energy, where you're kind of going to be able to sit in the throne that you've built for yourself, pile 3, is kind of what I'm getting. Let's see, what else for pile 3? What else is coming for pile 3? What good news? What good news? What good news? We also have the Queen of Cups reverse. And what good news? And we also have the 10 of Cups reverse. You don't have to do this with other people, is what I'm hearing. You don't have to do this with other people. Interesting. You don't have to do this with other people. I want to say that you guys may be setting some firmer boundaries when it comes to relationships. You may be setting some firmer boundaries when it comes to you telling people what you're doing. I think you're about to maybe start a new business, or you're about to create a lot of success for yourself, and you don't have to share this with other people, okay? If the people have not been there for you or they haven't supported you on your journey, you don't have to share the rewards with them. And also, guys, you don't have to give your time of day to certain people in your life. I don't know who this is about, but the Queen of Cups says you are an emotional person, but sometimes you need to turn those emotions off. Okay, you're so emotional that you almost feed into people's negative energy. It's like you're too open to people. And the 10 of Cups could suggest that you may need to disconnect with certain members of your family or certain relationships that just no longer serve you. Okay, this Sanctuary card says embrace the need for solitude. You may need to disconnect from certain people that just are not building your life the way that you want to build it. I think you guys have a very firm vision for what you want for yourself, and you're going to be creating that vision. And some people currently in your life may not be joining you, is what Spirit is saying. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. Is there anything else for pile 3, Spirit? You don't owe anything to anyone. Some of you may feel like you owe something to someone, or like, because I have this abundance, I have to give it to my family, or I have to give it to people that have treated me like shit, but you don't, is what Spirit is saying. You've done the work, and I want to say that there are certain people in your life that haven't done the work. There are certain people in your life that don't want to put in the continuous energy and effort, and so they shouldn't be allowed to benefit off of your hard work. They shouldn't reap the rewards that you worked to get. Okay? If they want to do it for themselves, they can. But this reading is also calling you to be a little bit selfish. Okay? There's going to be a turn of events. Okay? There's a very fast-paced energy coming up for you, pile 3. It feels like there's going to be things that happen very fast. Okay? You may get brand deals, sponsorships, stuff that comes in super quick that builds your abundance very quickly. For example, if you run a business, you may be getting like tons of sales very fast. You may have like a viral video or something like that where it kind of increases your business or it increases your sales. So I would definitely be paying attention to that. It's almost as if it's any day now. Any day now, something is about to just go forward for you because the energy has been feeling a little bit stuck, but any day now, that energy is going to shift. Any day now, that energy is going to start moving forward. And it's because of your hard work. We also have the Magician, guys. You are very powerful. You are manifesting everything that you want right now. You're manifesting all the opportunities that you want right now. Even if it doesn't seem like it, all of that is about to show up for you, okay? So if you're like questioning, like, where are my manifestations? Where's my opportunity? Where's my breakthrough? Where's my, abundance? Where's my growth? That's all about to come through for you. Don't get up in your head. I think you guys have been getting up in your head a little bit lately, questioning, like, is this all really worth it? Is my hard work really about to pay off? Am I doing this for nothing? But what Spirit wants you to know is that all of your effort and all of your work, it means something and it's going to benefit you. It's going to be beneficial in the long run. So, is there any other messages for pile 3 about good news coming their way? I think that's it, guys. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope this was able to help you out and just let you guys know that you are on the right path is ultimately what I'm feeling here. Don't doubt it. Keep trusting it. Keep moving forward. Thank you so much, pile 3, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let me know if it resonated. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 4. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile 4, or if you chose the Malachite. I'm also hearing red jasper. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna grab a red jasper because I feel like you guys need it. This Spirit is talking about ancestral wisdom, okay? I know I'm jumping right in pile 4, but there's something about you connecting with your ancestors or needing to connect with your lineage, okay? You've been almost healing your ancestral lineage. So I don't know who's doing that right now, but Spirit wanted to mention that, and like that's a good thing that you're doing. Spirit's telling me to replace the crystal. They're like, you don't need malachite, you need red jasper. So there we go. We have the red jasper. Like, I know that's very odd, pile 4, but that's what I'm getting. Some of you need red jasper, or this is more important right now. Okay, so Spirit is, works in miraculous ways. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with your oracle, and we will dive into what good news is coming your way, pile 4. So we start with successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Successful funding. This is an energy of I want to do something, but I feel like I don't have the money or financial means to do it. So in terms of what good news is coming your way, there could be like, some sort of random money that is about to drop into your life. But what I feel like this card is telling me is that, invest as much as you can, okay? You have an idea, you have something that you want to do. Don't let other obligations get in the way. For some of you, it's not money. It's feeling like there's other obligations. It's like some of you want to do something, but you feel like you don't have the time to do it, or some of you feel like you don't have the money to do it. And Spirit is saying, let go of that. You have to release that concern, okay? Create with what you have, okay? You don't have to invest all of your time and energy. You don't have to invest all your money, but just use at least a little bit of it so that you can get going with your life. We also have no more complaining. Yeah, Spirit is tired of you complaining about what is stopping you. The successful funding card next to the no more complaining card makes me think that like you guys at this point are just making up excuses. Okay? There's nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do except yourself and your own limitations that you're putting on yourself. And I also want to say, guys, some of you may need to admit the real problem is that maybe you're just scared. Okay, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the money. Maybe you're just a little fearful. And we'll keep diving into this. I want to read this card. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spirituality, or which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. This is a feeling from you, pile 4, of like, I want to do something, but I can't because of this, or I can't because of that, or I can't because of this. And it's like, no more complaining. It's time to just start doing. You know what I'm saying? We also have it is safe for you to receive. Interesting. What I want to say with these cards is some of you, it has nothing to do with the money. It has more to do with you being afraid to create more success in your life. And I know that sounds weird, but sometimes we have subconscious fears around being abundant. And I feel like this could be what you guys are maybe experiencing. You may be wanting to invest more time and energy into something, but you may be scared of what abundance like looks like for you. Like you may be scared to hold abundance, or you may feel like you don't deserve abundance, or you may feel like you don't have the capacity to be as abundant as you want to be, if that makes sense. Another thing that I'm getting is to call in support and allow people to support you with what you want to do with your life. Some of you need support. You've supported others your whole life, and this reading is saying that you have support coming in to help you out, if that makes sense. So, grace and gratitude. Here it is, guys. There's that card of like accepting what you already have, using what you already have. What I'm kind of getting from this energy right here is you guys are feeling like you need more of something. It's like, I need more time, or I need more energy, or I need more money, or I need more learning, or I need more abilities to do what I want to do. But this is saying you can start now. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, but this is saying you can start right now. We also have quest, be bold, mighty forces will aid you, take action. Yeah, you got to be bold right now. You got to take action on something, Spirit is saying, because it will blossom into something more. They're making you get over a fear that you've had for a very long time. You almost have a fear of being bold, or you have a fear of being like, you're more than enough. Spirit is saying you are more than enough. You have more than enough right now. And you have the capacity to do whatever you want to do. So start believing that, Spirit is saying. Start being open to the abundance that so wants to show up in your life, pile 4. We also have happiness. Why do I feel like some of you are like subconsciously afraid to be happy, or like subconsciously afraid to receive, because either you feel like it's going to be taken away from you, or you feel like somehow that happiness is going to end. I feel like there is somewhere in your lineage where like somebody took something away from you, and so it's almost as if you're scared to have things because you're scared they're going to be taken away. You're scared to have happiness and give that to yourself because you feel like there's going to be something that eventually ruins it. Is kind of what I'm getting. We also have expectation. Be open for whatever comes. I feel like you guys need to have higher expectations for your life, is what I'm getting. You need to have higher expectations for your life. There's nothing blocking you right now, Spirit is saying. There's nothing in your way. It's almost like everything is kind of lining up for you. It's just go do it. It's like, what are you waiting for? It's just time to just like jump into the game. Go do it. Just like jump into action is what I'm getting here with this energy. No more complaining, just do it. You know what I'm saying? you know, with successful funding, it's this feeling of like you have all the support right now to do whatever you want to do. So go do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a broken record, but that's the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like blessings are waiting to come into your life, but you have to open that door. You have to open that portal, pile 4. So let's see. Pile 4. What good news is coming your way? Pile 4. What good news is coming your way? Let's take a look. Okay, interesting. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow, you guys are living maybe in some... Okay, this is interesting. We have the Tower in the reverse, but we also have the 10 of Cups. You don't have to be in fear of everything falling apart again, is what I'm getting here with the Tower in the reverse. You're almost trying to constantly, like, run away from disaster, but this isn't disastrous. The 10 of Cups says your life is going to be filled with blessings. Your life is going to be filled with happiness, and there's no need to worry about anything falling apart. Okay, that is over. You've done that already. The Tower moment is over. Now it's time for you to receive the blessings from all the hard work and all the shit that you've been through. Okay, pile 4. Let's see, what good news is coming your way? The Fountain reverse. There's some natural flow that wants to occur in your life, but you're almost making it harder for yourself. Okay, because it's like this fountain is reversed, but there's nothing, you're the one blocking it. It's what Spirit is saying. Almost Spirit is saying, imagine a fountain and you're putting a piece of tape over it. Take the piece of tape off. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to flow in the abundance that is yours. Okay, you're very deserving of all of this. What good news is coming your way, pile 4? We also have the 2 of Pentacles reverse. Maybe, oh no, 2 of Pentacles upright, Spirit is saying. I feel like you need to, let's see what else. We also have the Magician. What else do we have? I'm going to get more cards just so we can dive a little bit deeper. We have the 3 of Swords. And what else do we have? We also have the Knight of Coins reverse. And I'm going to get one more card so that we can dive into this. And we also have the King of Cups reverse. Okay, so some of you, this could be about relationships. Some of you are maybe scared to open up your heart again because you've been hurt in the past. But I think what Spirit is wanting to say, it is in the past. The heartbreak that you experienced, it's over, it's done. You've already dealt with it. You've already been through it. And now you have this opportunity to create a new life for yourself. I almost want to say that you guys are in fear that your past is going to creep back up on you, or that the past is going to repeat itself, which is kind of blocking you from the natural ebb and flow of what truly wants to be created in your life. With the Magician, you have all the power right now. You have all the power to manifest whatever you want, as long as you get fear out of the way. Fear of failure, fear of, maybe getting your heart broken again, fear of something falling apart again. I feel like with the Knight of Coins in the reverse, you need to almost commit your energy to something. But I think the last time you committed your energy to something, it failed, is kind of what I'm wanting to say. The last time you committed to a relationship, you got your heart broke. The last time you committed your energy to a business, it failed. But this is a chance to start again. This is a chance to have a second go at things. Okay, you may have failed the first time, but you've learned from that, and your experiences have made you a better person. Okay, and it has made you gain more knowledge. You've accumulated more knowledge from your past experiences. So instead of viewing your past as like something to be scared of, view it as a way that you can kind of use it as a way to kind of what am I trying to say? Use that as a way to build a better future. You know what I mean? Yes, this may have happened in the past, but it's not going to happen again because I'm more knowledgeable now, or I know more now. What else is coming for pile 4? What good news is on the way? I honestly want to say that you guys may be a little bit fearful of your potential, are fearful of abundance, are fearful of creation. You know what I mean? Allow the ever-flowing fountain of abundance to show up in your life. You're the only one stopping it. You know what I'm saying? What good news is coming pile 4's way? What good news is coming pile 4's way? We had the 10 of Wands reverse. What good news? We had the 4 of Swords reverse. Failure is not an option. I don't think you're going to fail again. I don't think you're going to fail again. I think you're going to succeed. Very much so. But I think it's almost this feeling of like letting go of the burdens from the past. You don't have to be afraid anymore is what Spirit is saying. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid anymore. You've almost been stopping yourself from doing something just because of fear. Okay, pile 4. So let me know if this resonated with you. Make sure to subscribe. Click the notification bell down below just so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I will see all of you beautiful souls on the next one. Bye, guys.